Andrea is my guest. Andrea, why are you here?
I'm bringing my boyfriend on the show. I've been with for 5 years now, Steve. He's really abusive mentally and physically to me. He's kind of like a male chauvinist. He thinks that women are supposed to cook and clean and have children for him. And right now, I guess I'm not meeting his expectations. And he gets very angry.
How are you not meeting his expectations?
He tells me I don't cook right. I don't clean the house right. And because I can't have children.
Because you can't have children.
He brings that up every day to me.
And tell me about the abuse.
He grabs me by my throat and throws me against furniture in the house. He slaps me. He has punched me. I have had a total of like 7 black eyes in the last 2 years, just by the fights that we've had.
Said in the past year you fought 30 to 40 physical fights in the last year.
Yes.
Like you said, slaps, punches, chokes, and forces you to have sex.
When I don't want to, yes.
Now, a lot of times when I hear this story, not all the time, but most of the time when I hear this story, and I hear this story a lot, it's usually from like a 17, 18, 19-year-old girl who's young, hasn't had a lot of life experience, is with their first true love or what they think is their true love, and they think, oh, I'm never going to meet anybody else. I'm guessing this wasn't your first relationship, right?
No.
You seem like a smart woman. Why do you tolerate such behavior towards you?
I mean, in the beginning of our relationship, it wasn't like that. I mean, first 3 years, it was great.
You know what? That statement could be applied to almost every relationship that begins. Well, he wasn't like that when we first began. Of course not. If the guy started treating you like that right off the bat, you'd call the police and have him locked up if you met the guy, you know. So, why exactly are you here? Like, am I trying to help you patch the relationship up? Are you here to be...
I know that he has a good side to him, Steve. I want him to go back to the way that he was in the beginning. You know, not the way he's been in the last 2 years.
And if he goes back to the way he was, okay, 2 years of abuse?
Yes.
How come you haven't left a long time ago?
I'm just always thinking that he's going to change, you know? That
so what happiness do you get out of the relationship? The happiness of hoping that he changes?
The faith of hoping that he will change and he will stop and things will be back. I mean, the only thing you think of is try to think of the good things.
What do you love about him today? Not 2 years ago, today.
Right now, I don't really have a lot of love in my heart, you know, at all. There's nothing I can think of that I don't have love for him in that way. It's hidden. I don't know where it's at, you know. I just can't find it anymore. You know, you can't think clearly when people are just always fighting you know, and you're scared and slapping you around and punching you. You just don't, I guess, always think clearly.
It sounds like you're getting at home what most people encounter in the real world.
And then, you know, I don't have a lot of friends anymore and family, you know, because so it's like almost no one sometimes to turn to because everyone is tired of you in this abusive relationship and they just don't want to deal with it either. So you only feel you have that abuser left, you know? And sometimes I only feel like I have him as much as...
But wouldn't you be better off alone? Your boyfriend Tommy's here. Let's hear what he has to say.
So I'm such a bad person.
Oh, yeah,
why you with me all the time?
today. No,
You know what? If you did the things that if you did what you have to do, I wouldn't have to do the things.
Today.
Listen, all you do is sit around all the time. You don't work. I work all the time. I try to make the best I can for it.
I do everything
the little bit
I
that you do is not phasing anything around. If you did what you had to do, there would be no problem there. Last couple of years, you have turned into a person that I don't even know.
Oh, does that mean that I deserve to have you put your hands on me?
You antagonize me. You do a lot of things to instigate and start this stuff like that. You know what?
So it's okay for you to put your hands on me? No, as of today, it will stop.
You're not leaving me.
You will not leave me.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't do nothing. What are you going to do?
I can do a lot. I can do a lot.
First of all, okay, hold on a second, Tommy. How long you been with Andrea?
5 years or so.
5 years long. It's a long relationship. you know.
She don't do nothing.
She said, okay, even if she does nothing, right? Say she sits at home and she watches TV all day, doesn't cook, clean, anything. When, you know, before I get into everything that's been going on, wouldn't you, if you're so unhappy, say, you know what, she doesn't do anything, I'm going to find me a woman that does something?
Well, she sticks around. You know, we've been together so long all the time, you know. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm working every day. I'm trying to provide, do the best I can.
Well, you're doing something wrong if you're putting your hands on her.
Well, a lot of times I have to put her in her place, you know.
What's that?
I say a lot of times I have to put her in her place, you know.
You have to put her in her place.
Yes, I do.
And who gives you the right to do that?
Well, I give myself the right to do that.
You give yourself the right
Yes, I do. She don't know how to do nothing. She don't know how. She can't have kids.
Tommy, what I don't understand.
Remind me that I can't have any kids.
Well, you don't bring up.
Remind me every day that I can't.
She antagonized me about my
You know
growing
that
up.
makes me feel?
Wait a second. Is it her fault that she can't have kids?
Yes, it's her fault. She should learn how to have kids before you open your fat mouth. Anyway,
Okay,
this is
wait. Stop. What is the point of you being here again? Why are you he said you
There was
like
a
this?
time. I mean, what happened? What happened?
You've changed a whole bunch.
I've changed?
Yes. You done got low on your self-esteem. You just
Why do you think I have? Because everything you tell
You
me
don't
every
talk
day.
anymore. You just come around and all you do is...
You don't make me want to talk.
All you got to...
Tommy, I got to ask you. She says that you've been in 30 to 40 physical fights with her.
Now,
in the
she's
last year.
over-exaggerated.
How many physical fights?
That's been a few. I can't lie about that, you know. But like I said, she's a big girl. Look at her. I got to protect myself.
Do you slap her?
I had to a couple of times.
Do you punch her?
Yeah, we've wrestled and, yeah, there's a lot of things occurred.
Wrestled?
You
Wrestled?
gave her some black eyes?
Yeah, well...
Have I? Have I
Yeah,
had
there's
any
been
black?
one incident that I can
No,
recall that
maybe
made it
more
happen
than
like
one.
that.
You
It was
choke
mostly
her?
on her
You
fault.
choke her?
Well, you know, I had to. You know, I remember... Okay. You know what?
You force her to have sex?
I don't force her.
Why would you, you know, my God, it's 2011.
Well, I grew up in an abusive family, so
Okay.
I'm just doing what I have to do.
Okay, you grew up in an abusive family when you were little, right?
Yeah.
And when you saw that people in your family abusing each other or they're abusing you, I'm sure you hated it, right?
Yeah, I didn't like to see it.
You hated it. Why would you then bring this horrible things from your past and bring it into your present?
I don't know.
I mean, it frustrates me that any man, I mean, who the hell do you think
She
you are?
provokes me.
You know what? People provoke me all the time on the stage. I don't go kicking everybody's ass. Here we are, and, you know, all these people here, people watching on television. Here's a woman that can't have children, which I'm sure is
She
devastating.
needs to work on that instead of
How
talking
could she
about
work
everything
on
on that. You're going to sit here and bring me to...
How could she work on that?
He was at the
How
house.
does she work on that, Tommy? How does she work? If she can't have children, how does she work on that?
Well, she could go to the doctor and see something.
I've been to the doctor. That's why
she
we
just
know.
sit around. She don't do nothing now. She can't even keep the affairs around the house straight. You know, it's two sides of the story.
If I was a police officer and I showed up at your house, Tommy'd be going to jail right now.
Oh.
But he runs from the police. He runs.
But you're on my show, and you want to maybe put Tommy in a time machine and go back to 2 years ago?
I'm not taking this anymore.
You ain't going nowhere. Where you gonna go?
Oh, I'm not taking this
You need to
anymore.
take care of yourself.
I won't be taking this
Okay,
anymore.
then. Well,
And I
wanna see
can't
you
take
then.
care of myself.
Well, all right then, whatever.
Why do you feel she can't take care of herself?
Because I've been taking care of her so long. I'm live with the woman.
You're not
so I
doing
know
a good
you
enough
can't
job
even
for
take
me.
care of
I'm
things.
not hitting you.
So what is the problem then?
You're the
Okay,
problem.
yeah, all right.
Because you don't like what I do because I don't do things well. You want to put your hands on me?
A lot of those things was provoked. You know that.
How
You
does
know
she-
because
how does
she
she
won't let me
provoke
get
you?
out her face. She just keeps on, and to the point where it's almost physical.
Because women
and then it
shouldn't
has
have
to
a
become
word.
physical. That's things I do to
What
you
does
to bring
she?
them on to
What
yourself.
does she not do well?
She don't do everything well now. Before, she can't cook. For me, have everything ready, you know. She likes to eat, but fast food. I like to come home to a clean house, my clothes, just little stuff. If you're going to play the wife role, be a wife to me, you know what I'm saying? Not when I come home, you're talking about...
And if she doesn't do it, then you smack her around.
Yes.
Well, it comes down to it.
When he puts his hands on you, when he slaps, punches, chokes you, How come you're not calling the police and locking him
I
up?
have called
Yeah,
the
she's
police.
fighting back, too.
He has left.
Okay, and have you made out a case report against him? Have you sworn out a warrant for his arrest?
Well, they went looking for him.
No, but
I've
you-
never
you-
sworn
but
out a
why
warrant
didn't
for
you?
the rest.
See,
Why didn't you?
I don't know.
Well, you should, because
She
if you
can't
don't
live without me, Steve. I told you.
I want to know, how do I live without you? Maybe at home you feel intimidated by Tommy. Maybe at home because
It's here.
of
It's
what.
just a different story. I
Well,
see.
because you know what? We give power to women and let them speak what they want to say without the fear of getting beaten on. So, here's your moment. You are in a bad relationship. You had things that you wanted to say. Here's your chance. He's not going to put his hands on you. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. Say whatever you want to say. Here's your moment.
I'm tired and I'm fed up.
Where you gonna go?
I'm
What are you
tired.
gonna do?
I have a lot. I have options out there. I'm tired of you putting your hands on me and making me feel less than a woman, bringing my self-esteem
If
down.
you did what you're supposed to do,
Why do you think my
around the
self-esteem
house.
is down? Because of everything you've done to me.
if you did the things that you were supposed to do,
I do.
I wouldn't have a
as
problem.
far as I know,
all
I
the time
cook.
is.
I clean the house up.
What,
You know that's-
what century are
It's
you
not
living
good.
in?
It's not good
I'm
enough
living
for
here with
you.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I know what's going to happen right now. You're going to get your ass off my stage. I'm done with you. Get off. I'm not convinced you're ready to leave him. I think there's something about, you know, I've seen the situation, and do you say, are you ready to go?
Right now, I really thought that he would come here and say, well, I'll make a change.
Did you really think that?
I really did.
You
I
really-
really thought that doing this will make him say, okay.
Does he, was this an act, or does he act this way at home?
Oh, he acts this way.
I personally will give you first month's rent so you can get out of the situation. Help you with the, you know, first month's rent to get you your own place, get away from Tommy. You close the show by walking out either door, but we'll know your decision. You go out that door, you're going back to Tommy. You go out that door, you're going on to a new life. Close the show.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too.